Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to Dr. Mukifun. My name is Hariz Ikhwan bin MOKHTAR and today my group will be presenting about Apple. Apple Incorporation, formerly Apple Computer Incorporation, an American manufacturer of personal computer, smartphone, tablet and computer software. It was the first successful personal computer company and the popularizer of graphical user interface, also known as GUI. Apple Incorporation has a genesis in the lifelong dream of Stephen G. Wozniak to build his own computer, a dream that was made suddenly feasible in the arrival in 1975. Later on in 1976, Steve Wozniak and Ronald Wayne went to develop and sell Wozniak Apple personal computer. It was the first incorporation by Jobs and Wozniak as Apple Computer Incorporated. In 1977, commercial success for Apple itself when Steve Wozniak convinced Regis McKenna, a well-known public relations specialist for the semiconductor industry, to represent the company. Plus, Wozniak himself also secured an investment from Michael McCullough, a wealthy veteran of the Intel Corporation who became Apple's largest shareholder. In fact, Michael McCullough also is the most influential member of Apple board director. Later on, the company became an instant success, particularly after Wozniak invented a disk controller that allowed the addition of a low-cost floppy disk drive that made information storage and retrieval fast and reliable. With room to store and manipulate data, the Apple I became the computer of choice for legion in amateur programmers, and the evolution of Apple product rapidly happening from Macintosh to iPod to iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, Apple TV and HomePod. And in 2018, Apple achieved the notable distinction of being the first US company to ever attain a market specialization greater than 1 trillion. Apple and Samsung always competing by themselves. Competitive advantage from Samsung that is founded in 1938, major in electronic industry, shipbuilding industry and construction. Have a lot of business group like Samsung Engineering, Samsung Heavy Industry and Samsung Life Insurance. Samsung always compete with the best because major revenue of Apple is coming from iPhone 9s. So in order to win the market, Samsung have always studied and research and development their product to make the buying switching costs happen among the consumer. In fact, Apple also have their external competitive. External is in direct competition with companies such as Google, the Hewlett-Packard Company, Samsung Electronics itself, Amazon. All of these companies expend significant capital research and development, R&D and marketing, just like Apple. Thus, the competitive force within the industry is strong. One thing that made the industry is so highly competitive is the relatively low switching cost. It does not require substantial investment for a consumer to ditch Apple iPhone, Apple product, Apple tablet, or for an Amazon Kindle or other tablet computer like Samsung. The threat of the marketplace competition is the key consideration for Apple, which has dealt with the primarily through continually developing new and unique products to increase and strengthen its market share position.
Hi everyone, I'm GOPINATH son of SUBRAMANIUM and I'm from class BTMS 1 section 2. And I'm presenting the subtopic from roles and governing factors in firm's performance from the subject business of management. Okay, strategic management can be viewed as the process through which an organization formulates and implements critical decisions which plays a pivotal role in determining the performance of an organization. The ability of an organization to meet its long-term goals is determined by its strategic management process. Apple wants to maintain their competitive advantage by leveraging the ability to develop advanced technology products with unique features and design, and increases overall product sales by 12% annually. Through the strategic management, an organization can easily achieve both its long-term and short-term goals. Most of the top-performing companies in the global market usually have the most effective strategic management practices, and Apple Incorporated has well-developed effective strategic management practices. This has helped the company and retain to a high level of performance. In fact, Apple Incorporated has managed to offer unique products in the market, a fact that has enabled the company to win a significant proportion in the market. The proportion in the market share. For instance, the company has managed to provide high quality products when compared to its competitors Samsung. As stated, the United States manufacturing market share of smartphone is led by Apple and Samsung, 53% and 26% respectively. It has also managed to develop a good relationship with its customers, a fact that has enabled the company to attract and retain many customers. On top of that, Apple really concerned about their after-sales services. After the customers buy the products, Apple immediately email their feedback surveys. Customers are asked to rate their satisfaction level and how likely they are to accurate the feedback while the transaction is still fresh in the customer's mind. Plus, Apple also have their own tactics made by Deirdre O'Brien, Senior Vice President Retail and People, the leader of retail and online team, come out with a new way to maintain and keep in touch with customers' feedback by using the word Apple itself. The letter A means approach your customers with a personalized, warm welcome. P is like prop politely to understand all the customers' needs, and another P is like present the solution for the customers to make a home today, and L stands for listen for resolve any issue or concerns. The last letter E represents end with the font farewell and innovation to return. Okay, no wonder Apple's products become one of the most leading and popular technologies aligned with its business and enhancing the customer experience and extends beyond the purchasing process of a product. Okay, next we are going to who are engaged and responsible for the process Okay, by political factor. In its pertinent to know that Apple receives a major portion of its sales from outside US. Sales contribution of Apple sales from the outside the US is more than 113.8 billion, whereas the sales income of US is 68.8 billion. In the Apple case study, it is important to understand the amount of negative impact of any political disturbance or revolution on the company, its operating countries. So on suicide cases against the biggest Taiwan supplier of Apple. Several suicide cases was registered against against the one major supplier, Foxconn, a Taiwanese company. Due to this unexpected situation, Apple had to undergo immense political pressure. Several cases as suicide was registered against the Foxconn in May 2010, claiming is responsible for the suicide of its employees. It was held responsible to compel its employees for long working hours. That's due to which its employees were forced to commit suicide. Okay, maybe they are under pressure for some reasons. Okay, nextly, economic factors. Due to some situation like recession and other economic situation issues or crisis, the income of the company can adversely get affected, while in comparison with other businesses, Apple is likely to get affected badly because of its premium class products and huge pricing. Impact of global recession. Apple were slow economic growth in the year 2013 and 2014. This was the time global recession in 2013. Apple was amongst those companies were the most affected ones during the global recession. Okay. Economic challenges and difficulties of Europe is discussed as the change of the economy. Europe has affected Apple directly, and it's led it to downfall in revenues to 16% during the third quarter of 2012, and as compared to its revenue same period the last year. Okay, next we move on to the social factors. Due to globalization, various factors have been contributed and marked a massive impact on Apple, like the rapid increase in the popularity and usage of virtual world, present life cycle, etc. Okay, defines the high status lifestyle of an individual. Everyone knows that Apple is the leading and premium brand in the world. It defines its own brand. This is that one name with which people across the world wish to move with. Okay, this is not about a possession actually of an iPhone or iMac. It is desirable wishes to buy the customers because of its unique selling proportion and innovative design, simple and straight marketing strategies, its products, and high pricing of its product. Even though it's like not a user friendly for like Samsung, but still, eventually, and it has become the status of symbol in society across the world due to its like exceptional high prices, making it affordable to the high class of the society. Okay, potential market share in the third world country. Okay, like incoming decades, Apple has the huge scope for finding and a potential market share, like in the third world countries like Africa, like those countries. The people of these countries are unaware like of the product of Apple. The company must formulate strategies to explore the penetrate its product and this unexplored, unapproached markets to understand the new possibilities of generate revenues. Sorry. So next we go into technological factors, and even it's like about earning revenues. Information technologies techs are higher than any other industries. Apple is one of those rising industries who has a growth with the time. Okay, it is proven that any company who wishes to earn well must innovate the time to time. The advantage of 760 China mobile subscriber in the year 2013, Apple revealed that it has made a deal with China Mobile to attract the customers toward its iPhone, which was previously under influence of the other low-budgeted Android smartphones. Through this deal, Apple could get a massive entry to Chinese market and China Mobile's 760 subscribers at a very large level. So as per the contract, Apple products iPhone 5, iPhone 5s accessible in China at Apple retail stores and China Mobile. It's like on 2013 or 14 like that, something like that. So assessing the consumers' minds, as per report 2015, Apple spent 8.7 billion to research and development of the cost. Okay. So next we will move to why does it happen. Okay. As per political factors, the threat of terrorist attack, even though UK government is a stable government, the risk of a terrorist attack is always like that. It can leave a negative patch on the company. Apple, and encountering the current political situations like growing tensions amongst the coalition of ruling and sagging government popularity. Tim Cook banned in Russia. The CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, made a public acceptance of his homosexuality in the month October, and this led to suggestions for the ban to his visit to Russia by a lawmaker in Russia, who is popular and for having a strict and harsh approach to gay propaganda. Okay, so next we're going for economic factors. This increase the labor cost in China. It has the well-known fact that for manufacturing of Apple products, China is like the main hub. It's like everyone knows about the main hub in China. Okay. However, now the government has China decided the minimum wages within the country increases the labor cost in China, although it depends upon the area to area, and there are various other deciding factors like house, food overtime, pay, etc. While considering the official figures by trading economies, in the Apple case study, increased the wages. The wages was seen in some areas like northern Hebei province, like areas witnessed like 22%, rise in wages in the past or year, whereas like southern Guangdong City, sorry, not Guangdong, it's like Guangdong City had 5% to 17 wages rises, 70% wages rises. So it is like evident that rise in wages and affecting the causing. Okay. So an increase of prices of products like Apple, furthermore, even though the company looks like any other option or alternative sort, this it like cost a fortune to the company. So as per social factors, like moral factors to determine the manufacturing process in China, some people may find the company lacks social consciousness and the responsibility as it carries out its manufacturing process in China. While it can be a job creator for the home country, still it like is attracted to China to get a low cost labor for manufacturing. This factor may limit its appeal to some people. Brand acquisition in lots of countries, the brand made acquisitions like Ember, Prime, Sense, and Topsy, and alliances with Sony, Motorola, Philips, and AT&T to attain the customer satisfaction and fulfill their needs of the customer in the best possible manner. The company takes into the account the social background of various brands. Okay. Last but not least, on the technological factors, the competitor like offering the same and Samsung and Google are the main and strongest competitor of Apple, who is like catering products and services that were once Apple's prime features. Yeah, so Google did not take a year payment app like just like Apple has offered them. Almost within no time, Apple Pay is a competition from the Google Pay, who has shown that has got the capability to develop the exact product app or any service that can be to be a threat to the leading company Apple. Okay, and as how do company identify the solution? Okay, like we follow the strengths of Apple. Apple is one of the most valuable electronics brand in the world, and it's like a pioneer in this field. Apple has like continuously like been rated 2 in the list of 50 BDG enterprises like since 2005, owing distinctiveness. Okay, distinctiveness. Yeah. So in electronics, presentation tools and iTunes media player are two. Okay, examples of Apple's market leading products: publishing of photos, movies, organizing, editing, music. Furthermore, Apple has like become one of the most popular online retailers for music, movies, and some softwares like streaming, like so on. So Apple has grown its client base by reaching out to more individuals. So as a proof, Interbrand placed Apple top for 8 years in a row. So with a total brand worth of 322 billion, making it like it one of the most valued brands in the world. So every year there is remarkable increases in sales. So to improve the organization's strength, they make sure weaknesses have to be eliminated, grab opportunities, and foresees the threats. Okay. Furthermore, like Apple's revenues have been increasing steadily throughout 2016, and as a result, the company has risen to the top of the Forbes 100 most valuable brands 2016 list with a total capital of 416.62 billion. Actually, billion is like a lot. It's a lot by the end of revenue by 38%. So high brand recognition in Apple, like that, to review the market broadly. Apple has invested 4.5 billion in 2013. So for research and development, as compared to 2.4 billion in 2011. Apple, with the aim of targeting direct sales, for example, has strategically placed in branches and densely populated areas to help generate more revenue and ensure the better outcomes. The outputs, it took over the complete control to supply chain, as presented a report to quote and conducts to the suppliers in order to improve the goodwill and brand recognition. So same method is still followed, and Apple earned like trust of the customers who eagerly await the release of the latest edition of Apple products. Strong like marketing with a strong effective marketing team. So yeah. So and premium quality customer experience in the case study, like we will see the pursuits like to make the magical solution to ensure the long-lasting relationship with the customers, to increase the sale products in order to persuade the undeniable or unbeatable trust of the customers. Apple's customer service follows the following steps: reach to the customer by giving a more personalized touch, empathetically identify and understand the customer's needs, bring solutions to the customers that are acceptable to them, and always first hear the problems raised by the customers and then resolve it out your best capacity. So close the status and the current visit of the customers by offering the written. So yeah, so that's it from me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamualaikum. I will introduce about the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is a stand for strength, weakness, opportunities, and traits. It is one framework used to evaluate company competitive position and strategic planning. SWOT analysis senses internal and external factor, as well as current and future potential. The SWOT analysis is designed to facilitate a realistic, fact-based, data-driven look at the strength and the weakness of an organization, initiative, or within its industry. Let's start with the first aspect of the SWOT analysis, which is strength. Strength represents what sets a company apart and what sets it apart from its competitors, such as a strong brand, a loyal customer base, a strong balance sheet, and unique technology. For the first strength of Apple, Apple regarded as one of the most powerful brands in the world. It also one of the world's most valuable and strong brands. Apple firms are always offering new items they make for each of their high-touch and high-class products that lead to profitability. For example, the latest outcome of the iPhone 13, which is obsession electronic gadget of many Apple followers, is the most recent mobile device. Next, Apple also sells a way of life through its brand. They sell their item in the following manners, like not a gimmick, but as a portal into their meticulously crafted universe, which with each update of the iPhone, iPod, and Mac computers, so it is not surprise Apple's profit margin are very strong. I will go through to the second aspect of the SWOT analysis, which is opportunity. The term of the opportunity refers to an external aspect in the business that aids in the achievement of the Apple company's goal. Firstly, Apple provides more of a green technology. Apple presently collaborating with two of its aluminum suppliers to build the world's first carbon-free aluminum smelting method. They produce ultra-low carbon aluminum, which is utilized in the 16-inch MacBook Pro part and component. As a result, the Apple Corporation should strive to develop more green technology ideas in order to improve the life of the consumer. Additionally, distribution network with a wide range of the product. Apple Incorporated has a chance to broaden its distribution network. Apple distribution network is currently quite restricted, with just a small amount of the space for expansion. If Apple focus on building a large distribution network, it will be able to produce more income and sales. Furthermore, careful marketing and promotion might assist the organization.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm SITI SARIZAH and I'm going to continue with the SWOT analysis, weaknesses of Apple. Weaknesses prevent an organization from performing at its best. There are areas where an organization needs to improve to stay competitive. Apple Apple's main weaknesses is the speed of innovation. Ultimately, the company's biggest weaknesses turn out to be high product expectation for all new versions or model of Apple. These high expectations mean that Apple will not be able to bring experimental product and services to market without damaging its product or brand. Because this experiment isn't possible, it's difficult for Apple to innovate in service as fast as Google and in hardware as fast as Samsung. Different tech makers observe healthy with everyday enhancements and new fashions to market. For example, Samsung collection telephones are actually being relaunched annually. So as a result, Apple needs to hire engineers who are capable of making changes and upgrading product functionally. And next, I'm going to continue with the trait of Apple. Traits are outside elements which can damage a company. Traits rise up whilst outside environmental situations have an effect on a company's credibility and profitability. So the first trait for Apple is competition. Fierce competition is one of the most common traits to the business in today's modern world. Companies like Samsung, Huawei, Dell, and Xiaomi provide great competition to Apple. So when there are great competitions, Apple needs to introduce new technologies as their competitors also use advanced technologies. So the trait number 2 is counterfeit product. Apple is vulnerable to the third world countries that illegally use their brand image to sell the counterfeit product. Illegal dealers sell counterfeit Apple product for the same value as the original Apple product and even cheaper. So counterfeit products can cause potential customers to believe that it is Apple poor quality product. So when the customer spread the news, this news can lead to negative reviews and bad advertising for the company. As a result, Apple will need to lower the price of their product to make sure people can buy the product and not to buy the counterfeit product.
Assalamualaikum. I'm going to present the conclusion. Apple is a successful company with a strong growing name and has many internal competitors in the same industry like Samsung, Huawei, Oppo, and others. The conclusion that can be drawn is we found out to be the most interesting about Apple is how they are very creative, innovative, and yearly adapters. As we know, they are made a very creative bubble shape on their smartphone, like iPhone 11, 12, and others. Apple is usually the first company to come out with a new product line before anyone else. This is very risky, but it seems to be working to Apple's advantage. This shows that taking risks can sometimes make or break you, and Apple has a great potential and has a lot to improve. Apple's SWOT analysis has found major key on cooperation. Apple's core is best and logo of merchandise. Its fundamental weaknesses or excessive product expenses. As we know, the Apple product are very expensive, right? Yes, I know. Currently, Apple is a promotion that increases in LCDs by accessing their labor and raw material on the cheapest possible terms from China. It is willing to pay the role of the beneficial TNC. The global economy can continually benefit. that's all from me. Thank you.